I heard it somewhere here. Success. That's the one word we look for every time we step out the door. Success. Sometimes we say it, sometimes we feel it, sometimes we want to talk about it with other people, sometimes we are just bubbling over. But it's success that we're after. So that reminds me of something here. We're after success. And success comes in different forms, different personalities, different outcomes. Could I just have some idea of what success means to you quickly? No wrong answers this evening. This might look like a class, but it's not really, so I'm not going to judge the answers. I just want to hear the ones who can speak really. So just shoot some things at me there. Success, what it means to you.
Finding a goal.
Finding your goal. So that's a goal for somebody. Give them a round of applause there. That's a good start. It's a goal. Yeah, in football, it's the same thing. Success comes when you score. In cricket, no, don't let's go there. Yeah, don't start me with that. Right, to other people, it's a goal. What else?
Some kind of achievement.
Achievement. It's an achievement, of course. It's a goal, it's achievement. We're doing fine here. Keep me going, keep me going. A couple more. You're in a bank, come on.
It allows you to be ambitiously lazy.
Yeah, that goes far for me.
You can relax when you want to. In other words, you're exerting when you feel like it, not because you have to.
It's getting you to a stage where you can relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. Rather than lazy, I try to keep things positive. Yeah, where you can relax, take it easy, go off on vacation for as long as you like. That's success for some people. What happens in the bank? What do you deal with? Money. Isn't money part of success for anybody? No? Oh yeah, you use financial rewards. Yeah, I talk money. Yeah, so go ahead, financial rewards, money. If I have lots of money, I feel good. I know that my task is working. If I open a business, what am I looking for? What the accountants do and shift money and analyze and all that. And profits come in what? Money. Don't be shy. Money. That's what success is for some people. Give me a couple other words quickly. Anything to do with the family? If your family is happy, you feel successful? Health. Okay. Health for some people. And you realize that we are touching on all the areas that you would have been thinking about for this resolution, for this goal. Where is it that I want to reach? What is it that I'm looking for this year and beyond? All these things. Some that you've thought of, some blowing in the wind, some that you'll discover as you go along. And all of them, believe it or not, are linked. You realize that? So you can't have good health just in isolation. In order to have good health, you must be doing something. And to do some things well, you might need some money. In order to reach that project goal, you might need to set a smaller goal. So you want the house, that's the big vision, but you have to do the stepping stones. And then you need to get a mortgage or something like that. So you look at the stepping stones, but they're all linked. Now, one of the greatest platforms that you will discover in terms of goal setting and resolution creation and so on would be the environment that you live in. A regular person would wake up and say, good Lord, morning. And the enthusiastic person would wake up and say, good morning, Lord. See the difference? How do you wake up? With a special pep in your step, or do you drag out of bed on the wrong side, kick the dog, curse the next person that crossed your path? You know? So you examine your environment and you leave home. Do you drive quickly or get the fastest ZR to get to work? Or are you hesitating about going there? I just can't stand these people that I work with. That's day 1, day 2, year 1, year 2, year 15. I just can't stand these people. And then you wonder where the rash is coming from, and where the pain in the arm is coming from, and you resist going to that place for 15 years. You know? So what is it about your environment that drives you or causes you to hesitate? Examine these things. And when you're making your resolutions, when you're setting your goals, you bring this into mind. How can I clean up my environment? How can I speak to somebody in a positive way that I have not spoken to in this way for a long time? I have this special thing I tell people, you know, gossip is a regular thing around the politics of the office and so on. So when I speak to people and they ask me about gossiping, and I say, no, I don't tell people don't gossip. Of course not. How can I tell people not to be themselves? But if you bring gossip to me, I can tell the person you talk about to me. I would go and tell them straight away, you know, Mark said so and so and so and so. In no time, you know who they're not bringing the gossip to, because they don't benefit. Then, you see, I go straight and tell the person, so don't bring it to me. So I don't have to deal with gossip. I don't have to stop anybody from gossiping. I just don't deal with it. So that's what I quickly say. I'll tell so-and-so. You feel that strongly about it? I'll tell them, no problem. Then they don't bring it to me. Are you worried about gossip in your environment? What about motivation and support? Do you lend support? Do you get support? How is your environment? I put on this special shirt this evening. I got it for Christmas. I said I'll come down here looking fresh and so on. I went out for a little while. When I came back, this girl from next door, I realized that she had a flat, but she was coming towards me. So I said, boy, I really don't want to mess up my shirt and thing coming up here. And she got into the car and started it. So I knocked on the glass. I said, you realize you have a flat? He said, oh shoot, no. I said, I'll fix it for you, no problem. Just open up the trunk and I'll take out the thing. And I finished, my shirt was soaked. I said, Lord, dry me quickly because I have to go up there to this place. What is your support like for your environment? Do you readily lend it, or do you pretend you don't see the neighbor or the other person? All these things would add to your success in the project, in the resolution, in the goal. So people, in order to forget something, just remember something else. You know, one of the hardest things you do is try to forget. And I like the story of the girl that tells the girlfriend she wants to forget the man. And she calls in the morning to say, I want you to wake up, get dressed, look pretty, go to work looking good. I don't want you to remember that ignorant dog. Midday, how things going, girl? I hope you're steady in that food. There's your girlfriend. By 2 o'clock, you had a good lunch. I hope you were able to eat. And don't let that man stop you from not eating. It's 3 times and the day ain't over yet. But you should forget him, huh? And that's the advice that you always get. You should forget him. But 3 times in the day, they're reminding you. So try to forget all the negatives. Not really. Just remember the positive stuff. So what are we going to do? Compliment. That's it. The complete change around to looking for criticism, to resist the criticism, start to compliment. Try to develop that culture in your environment. Start complimenting people. And be careful now with complimenting. I used to do eyes and hair and things, but I wasn't so sure as to what compliments were. Don't go there again. I was driving in the road one day and I saw this girl who I had seen in the salon getting her nails done. So the traffic was slow and we started to stop each other. So I said, how are the nails? I don't think she's speaking to me up to no. I'm not sure, but I don't think she's speaking to me up to no. You don't go there, because she figured I knew that the nails were false. I learned that after when I shared that this girl wasn't speaking to me anymore. I said, but it's because you told her about the false nails. I said, no, I just said, how are the nails, you know, looking good. And don't do hair and nails and eyes and all the other pieces that you could buy and put on. Go deeper. You see somebody doing something good for somebody else, that's character. Try to look for the character in the person, compliment them on the character. You've been coming to work for the last year, and Every time you get there, somebody is there before you. You're early, but this particular person is there before you. Tell them about it. Tell them how they inspire you to come early. Set the right environment for your goals, for your resolutions, and you'll find that the success would be there with that enhanced environment. Don't be selfish with it. I am the one who will do the extra bit in here. I go the extra mile. And encourage the others to go the extra mile with you. Set a good example. So with all that happening, that's going to show some commitment. And commitment is linked to everything that I've put there. If you get up out of bed with commitment, if you have your breakfast with commitment, if you go to work with that commitment, and you work with that commitment, I'm telling you that success will be yours at the end of the day. However you measure your task, and you're committed to the task. People use different terms, but you, what is it you put to the grindstone? Your head or your shoulder? Your shoulder to the wheel, something to the grindstone.
Nose.
Nose to the stone, yeah, that type of thing. Hands to the plow, whatever. But however you choose to explain the task, it comes down to one thing, commitment. And you can't be faulted on commitment. You might make a mistake in a particular task, but if you're doing it with commitment, the others are going to notice. Your managers, your superiors, the board is going to notice. So always step forward with that thought that I'm being committed to the task, I'm being positive. My outlook, my outcome has to be success. I'm going to enhance the entire environment. I understand the links I'm working with. I know that there's a chain of command that I respect. All that is going to take shape. While you say to yourself, I need, what's the thing instead of money? I like that term. I'm going to use it from now on. I'm going to borrow financial, what it is? Financial, somebody said it earlier.
Rewards?
No, it wasn't rewards. Instead of money, you were saying your goal would be financial what?
Financial reward.
Financial rewards it is? Yeah, financial rewards. So when things are low, I'm going to ask somebody in the future, could you lend me 20 financial rewards? I'm going to sound official. I don't want no begging for money. You foolish hour. Can I have a couple of financial rewards? See me through next month. You know.